I was 17 with $200 in my bank account. I had no idea what I was doing. I tried everything. Day trading, Amazon FBA, dropshipping. None of them worked until I tried running a marketing agency, and that's where my life changed. I was able to buy one of my dream cars in cash. I bought my dream house, and I had never worked a single day for anybody else. And this is the story that nobody around me thought was possible. But before I even get into all that, let me tell you a little about me, because people usually skip through that and you end up following somebody you don't even really know. My name is Kenzie, and something that people don't even know about me is that I wasn't even born in the US. I was born in Algeria. I moved to the US when I was around 14 years old. New country, new school, and I barely knew anyone. And I'm not gonna sit around here and say that it was easy, because it wasn't. I got introduced into new cultures, new traditions, new people, and I was trying to fit in while everybody else had everything figured out. And this is where it all started. I was 14, brand new to the country, and I was already going door to door trying to detail people's car. Nobody told me to do that, but I just knew I had to build something for myself. I started my little detailing business, and I actually believed in it. I was going out every single day, passing out my business cards, passing out flyers, going door to door trying to detail people's cars. But by the age of 16, it had failed. And here's the thing, I didn't even quit. I looked at it and I told myself, what's next? I was always trying to side hustle and make some type of money on the side. So I started doing my own research. I looked into trading, I looked into dropshipping, and I looked into Amazon FBA. I was watching YouTube videos for hours trying to figure out what's gonna work, but I always ran into the same wall. I needed capital to start. You need money to make money, and I'm out here sitting with $200 to my name, so those options weren't for me. I remember feeling genuinely stuck, like I wanted more for myself. I knew the 9-to-5 path wasn't for me, and all the businesses that I researched, they needed capital to start them. And then I found videos about running your marketing agency, which is SMMA. And the one thing that immediately stuck out to me was that you didn't need capital to start this. The only thing you need was one skill and the drive to go out there and get your clients. That's all I needed to hear, and I was already all in. I was still 17, still in high school, and I had no mentor, no results, and no blueprint at all. I was still very lost. I was watching YouTube videos every single day and then trying to go out and apply what I learned every day. And at the beginning, I made a lot of mistakes. I had no idea how to run ads. I had no idea how to structure my offer, and I was going to be very lost when somebody said yes to me. But yet, I still kept going. I still kept outreaching. I still kept following up, trying to sign that first client. My first two clients were service-based businesses. One of them was an HVAC company and the other one was a handyman company. I charged them a $300 monthly retainer with no upfront payment at all. I tried to make the offer very irresistible, and it worked. I made sure that it was very hard for them to say no to my services with the irresistible offer that I created. And that's how I signed my first two clients. I was 17 years old, cold calling these businesses. I had zero experience, zero proof, and I was still closing them. And then I actually realized that, yo, this is actually bringing me money every single month. So I decided to literally lock down, put everything aside, and just keep going with my marketing agency, and look at me now. I was 17 cold calling these businesses. I had zero results, zero proof, and zero experience. And for some reason, I was still closing them. And then I realized that, yo, this is actually bringing me money. So then I put my head down. I decided to lock in because I realized that this was something real that I'm building. So I graduated high school and I did what everyone was expecting me to do. I enrolled in community college as a backup plan. So August 20th, I started. And bro, by my second week, I was sitting in my classroom, I already had clients paying me, I was managing ad accounts, and I was hopping on calls with the business owners that I work with every single day. So I realized that I'm actually building something real. And the professor is up there talking about how to build a good resume to get a good job after graduating. And I just sat there thinking like, this is not my life. This is not where I want to go, and this is not where I want to be. And I was looking around the room and I realized that everything about the environment was designed to train you to be like a worker and work for someone else. And I already decided that wasn't going to be me. 6 weeks into community college and I already dropped out. Not because I was failing, not because I was hard, but because I actually had results. I was building something outside of that school that was actually making me happy, bringing me money, and at the end of the day, I realized that school wasn't going to get me where I want to be. My parents didn't even understand it. Nobody else around me did. And there was a lot of people that doubted me and said that that was a mistake. But I knew what I was building, and I trusted that more than I trusted anybody else's opinion on how I should live my life. And after I dropped out, I was completely in. No safety, no backup plan, and I just had my agency to pay my bills. I got a mentor and I realized that I needed direction on how I was going to scale my agency from bringing in 5K a month to 50 to 100K per month. And then I switched from clothing brands to doing a full e-commerce side and a service-based side of it. I saw the opportunity, I moved on it fast, and I completely changed my business. I built out a full team, media buyers, setters, closers, client success managers, and I built out systems and full processes around the agency using AI tools that nobody even know they exist. And then came the month that I'll never forget. I was looking at the numbers and I had put in 20K a month in profit. I was just staring at it. A teenager, still living at home, and I made in 1 month what most adults working a full 9-to-5 job will make in a single year. And that was the moment. That's where I knew there was no version of my life where I would clock in for somebody else. And since then, I've scaled my agency to 50K per month in revenue. I bought my dream car cash, moved into my dream house, and the thing that means the most to me is that I wake up and I do what I want every single day. If I wanted to travel, I just go. Money is never the blocker for me anymore. And that's what you call freedom. And that's what I was chasing since the beginning. But I want to tell you a moment that actually hit me harder than any of that. There was a kid from my hometown. He seen my content on Instagram. He ended up hitting me up and he was like, yo, I want to learn what you do, bro. So I started hopping on calls with him 3 times per week. I showed him every single system that I use, every script, every strategy, every offer that I've used, and that it took me years to learn. He went from literally zero, no clients, no results, no nothing. And now he's doing consistent 7 to 10K months on a consistent basis, and he bought an M3 competition. Watching that happen and watching somebody change their lives based on the advice I gave them and the systems that I gave them, that right there, it literally gave me something that money never gave me. Not even buying my own car, not even moving into my dream house, not even hitting 50K per month with my agency. And that's when I realized I needed to do this with a lot more people and not just one kid from my hometown. So here's exactly why I'm making this YouTube channel. When I was 17 with $200 to my name, I literally tried everything and I kept hitting every single wall around me. I wish somebody who was actually doing it had shown me the real path. Not highlight reels, not somebody who built a course just to try to sell it to me, but somebody who was in the trenches, building their agency, showing their wins, showing their losses, and actually showing their agency in real time. And I'm 19 and I'm still building my agency. I'm looking to take it from 50K per month to 100K per month in revenue within the next 6 months. And everything I'm gonna be showing you is exactly what I do on a day-to-day basis. The client acquisition systems that I use, all of my ad strategies, all of the AI tools that I use, nothing held back, all for free. So if you don't want to work for anybody else and live the 9-to-5 path and you're still trying to figure out what to do and how to start that business, this channel is literally for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell button, and come watch my next video.